This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Regina Lee.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. I have with me today, I'm too excited, I have Sonja Nichols. She is the founder and owner of Southern Lion. Welcome, Sonja.
Thank you. I appreciate you bringing me on.
Absolutely. I mean, you're like a famous person now, and I'll start by just sharing, for those of you who have maybe been in Charlotte a minute or a very long time like I am, Sonja has kind of reinvented what used to be Black Lion over in Pineville off of Park Road Extension, I believe it's called. And now, Sonja, take it from here. Tell us what you're doing.
And so I am excited. Regina, thank you for allowing me to come spend time with you and all of your fabulous listeners today. We have decided, and I had to tell people, nothing but God. I really wish I could say I came up with this idea. I did not. It really was God put it in my spirit that for those of us who were the biggest Black Lion fans who went every week, we couldn't just let it just die. Bob Emery decided to retire. And for those of us that loved going to the Black Lion, we couldn't just let it die. God put it in my spirit that I was going to be Moses and I was going to collect all of the merchants who were there. And we decided to get us a new location. We called it Southern Lion. So Southern Lion is now the new iconic multi-merchant marketplace, curated experience of all of the finest furniture, home decor. We got jewelry, clothes, food. You can imagine anything that you might want to put in your home, even on the outside of your home, we have it. It's the I want to say one of the most exciting shopping experiences you would have. If you remembered how much you enjoyed Black Lion and you had your mama and your grandmama and everybody would show up going to shop for any and everything from around the world, we decided we were going to replicate it and make it a little shinier, a little brighter, a little sparklier. Come on in here. You have to come see this. You can't explain it to people. For those that were Black Lion customers, you know what I'm talking about. You got to come see this.
It is amazing. So what I love is the location you chose to do this. So tell us about that and how that came about. That couldn't have been easy.
Oh, it is the craziest story. We were literally trying to find a location. We knew the store had to stay in the South Charlotte area. We were clear about that. And we shopped all of the different standalone buildings. And where we landed initially was that Toys R Us right there on Furniture Rows, like behind the Carolina Place Mall. My husband and I just happened to be driving through the Carolina Place Park Mall. We were driving through the parking lot, cutting through, which is illegal, but we were going to cut through anyway. And then he pointed over there, he said, look at that. And there stood the old Sears building. I understand it had been sitting for at least 6 or 7 years empty. And he said, well, let's check that out. Well, of course, the people at the mall are not looking at me saying, hey, yeah, we're going to give you a whole 160,000 square foot building.
Oh, my God. Oh.
So needless to say, you got to involve a broker. And that was Boundary Street with Rodney Faulkner. You had to involve a real broker. You know, that's how they work. And we were able to, as God would allow, get into this building. Then, we had to paint it because it just couldn't be the normal kind of tan, black color that it was.
Oh, anchor store. Yeah.
You got to know the town of Pineville was like, what are you getting ready to do to that building? And so we decided, let's paint it something that would stand out. And oranges and reds and golds are my favorite color. Fall is my favorite time of the year. And so we decided to paint the building yellow gold. Now you can see that book all over 485.
So how many square feet was the Black Lion and then versus yours today?
So the Black Lion was 68,000 square feet. And our Southern Lion on the ground floor is 85,000 square feet. Yes. And then our top floor, which we'll talk about, which is our new Metro Lion.
Love the play on words.
Yes. Collectibles, estate and vintage. That's on the top floor. That is going to be another 50,000 square feet of shopping enjoyment. So we are here for you. You can spend all weekend with us. In fact, you can spend a whole week with us and you won't see everything. You have to see it. You have to come back.
Well, people are going to have the hotels around you are going to be booked because this will be a destination. Okay,
Yes.
again, for those of you who do not know the play on words with Metro Lion, many of us for I don't know how many years, Sonja, Metro Lion Fairground up on Sunset Road?
Sunset and Statesville Road.
So it was this conglomerate of estate things, just those old rustic finds and all over the world. And I believe twice a year it was even a bigger thing.
Yeah,
but
the extravaganza.
Yes.
Yes.
Explain Metro Lion.
So look, again, nothing but God. I would love to say I came up with all of this. I did not. God just put it in my spirit and I'm being obedient. That's a story in and of itself. Talking with Bob, and we were thinking, we didn't know what we were going to turn the upstairs floor into. We had a lot of ideas, one of them being a home improvement expo. And he said, one of the things that people miss has been Metrolina. They loved that idea. It was open once a month. It was the first weekend of the month. And people loved going there and just shopping, again, for those things like the nostalgia, vintage, some things that were antique. People, especially the collectors, loved going to Metrolina. I tell people, you go up there and kick rocks and spread dirt everywhere. And it was, that was an experience. Metrolina was an experience. And he said, we ought to consider doing that upstairs. Hey, what a great idea. And I just started joking around and I said, we ought to call it Metro Lion. Lion is my spirit animal. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Ding, ding, ding. I own that name, Metro Lion. And so
you are kidding.
It's a play on the name, but it will remind people, for those who loved Metrolina, you see them clicking them and they put it together like, oh my gosh. And so, of course, as you would expect, people still kind of say, well, Metrolina. And then you can see everybody correct themselves. Metro Lion.
Metro Lion.
Yes.
What a brand you've created. Unbelievable.
Fun.
So that journey, I'm thinking, my head's reeling of what you have pulled off. What is this, 2 years now? Over 2 years?
And so we officially opened, the journey has been almost 3 years. We officially opened the building as a pop-up shop for Southern Lion upstairs on September 1st, 2023. Then we had our grand opening for the ground floor, which is the permanent location of Southern Lion, July 13th of 2024. We are looking to open now Metro Lion on November 1st. And it will be exactly the same as Metrolina in that it is open the first weekend of every month, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're open from 10 to 5 on Friday and Saturday, and then 10 to 4 on Sunday. And again, the idea is to just, take people back to the nostalgia of being able to go to an antiques, estate, collectibles kind of marketplace and get those finds. I just want to look. I'm reminded of things from when I was a child, or, especially for our collectors. We got folks collecting stuff. I'm floored. If you could see the merchandise that these exhibitors are bringing in upstairs for Metro Lion, I am floored.
I'm sure.
What stuff is.
Wow. So it's a 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
That's the open beginning November 1st. How exciting is that?
Well, I would tell people the cool thing is we want to create that one store that you could go to and you're going to be able to accomplish a lot of your shopping desires and needs and wants. What we're doing is if you come into Metro Lion, it is a $5 entry fee to come into Metro Lion. So any of the antique shows that you go to, it's a $5 fee. However, what we've decided is if you come in and pay that $5 to come into Metro Lion, we will refund you that $5 downstairs inside of Southern Lion. So you come on downstairs, spend $25 or more, we give you $5 right back. So come on down, get you a little Lion candy bar, come get you something fancy for your Christmas tree. Halloween is still around. Well, it'll be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving will be around. You still need a couple more pumpkins. Come on down, get your $5 back.
That makes me remember at Black Lion, there were Christmas ornament booths year round. And I love knowing, oh, I want to give this weird gift. And you just knew where to go because you had baby stuff, candles, artificial flowers, wreaths, ribbon, everything. So
we have that here. We've also added a live flower shop. And so that's Carrie's Florals. And so we even have live flowers. And the idea of having the year-round Christmas booth, that we have some of the biggest retired pieces of Christopher Radko glass ornaments in the Southeast. And again, Bob Emery. And so those are here. And so to your point, people want baby's first Christmas, or I wanted an ornament that was dated, 1923. There was one for breast cancer awareness. Christopher Radko had all of those different types. He got the Beatles. It's Elton John. We had you.
Oh my God. So Sonja, this journey now, almost 3 years, you have this amazing smile on your face, like this was so easy, but I can't imagine this journey. So tell us some of the obstacles, hardships that you've experienced and had to overcome.
I would tell you, I really feel, Regina, that God is allowing me to be the example of do it afraid. And I feel like he puts something in each one of us. There's a project, there's a mission, there's a calling each one of us have. And a lot of times we're trying to do stuff under our own power, or we won't move because we're scared. We're trying to figure everything out all by ourselves, and you can't do it. You just can't do it. But God will put people in place that will help you to do the thing that he gave you to do. And you have to do it afraid. And so I would tell you, one of the biggest obstacles for doing a venture like this, it's a multi-million-dollar venture, is finding funding. And so anyone that's an entrepreneur, that is a small business owner, they will tell you funding is the hardest thing. I'm living it. I got turned down by 4 banks that would not fund me, even though I'm standing on the shoulders of the iconic Black Lion. And there's already a following. And even though we're still new in the sense that we're the startup, there are customers. The customer base is already there. We're in the same section of town. We're literally 1 mile. Yeah.
1 mile. Yeah.
We're literally 1 mile from the old location to the new location. And the banks were like, yeah, but you're still new. I have to admit, it's a retail environment and I get it. But God blessed me with Truist Bank and a gentleman named Kevin Dale. Kevin Dale happened to be the stock boy for the Belks over here in the Carolina Place Mall. So he knew the Black Lion. He understood the story. And so, you just kind of, you have to push through. And Regina, no, it's still hard. It's hard day to day, but you have to put in your mind that there are times you're going to, again, you have to do it afraid. You got to push forward. No, it will never be easy. People who tell you it's easy, they are liars. People will tell you that stuff is just right there, like all these different grants and there's all this money for, minority-owned businesses and women-owned businesses. I'm telling you all, I've gone through the process and it's not true. You go through filling out all these applications and showing up for all of these song and dance shows. And for some reason, at the end of the day, you don't get it. And so there are some people that say, well, no, the money is there. I promise you, 99% of us are going to tell you it's not. You need tremendous family and friends. And I tell everybody, you better have you some good family and friends.
Okay. So that's the advice you would give.
Yes. And then because banks want you to be, they want you to be established. And I don't blame them. It is their money. They just don't want you throwing it away. The number one thing for small businesses, most will shut down within 5 years. They will fail. And it is due to lack of funding. And so I do understand the banks and their hesitation with wanting to just give money to startups. 100%, they're risk averse. But if you can find a good investors, that would be wonderful. I wish I could tell you it was easy. I cannot tell anybody. I don't want anybody to ever think it was easy. It's not. It is hard. It is hard work. But Regina, but I have to tell you though, I am having the time of my life. I am having a complete ball on this journey. I've learned so much. I've made tremendous friends. I am the holder of a building with over 150 small business owners. So it's an incubator. So imagine not only just my story, I got 150 business owners in here who are going through this same journey with me. And so God has allowed me to provide a place for them to sell their fabulous wares, to fulfill their dreams and to continue on their journey, to build their businesses. So we're all doing it here. We're all doing it together. And it's fantastic. And so I would tell customers, you all come in here. These are local business owners. These are local small business owners that you are supporting. You are feeding this economy, not some economy somewhere else in another part of the country. You are paying into a tax base right here, local. And these merchants, I promise you, they made sure that they had some stuff for you. It's fabulous.
Oh, I am so excited. My goodness. Well, I wish people could see your beautiful face and how joyous you
I
look.
know, right?
I can just tell, how happy this is making you and how
It really
fulfilling.
is.
And just the way you are embracing the whole concept. It's not, all about you. It's a big thing you're creating, and it's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Very excited for our community.
Yes, that's it. I if you could see the diversity of merchants we have here in the store, we cover the spectrum of different merchants, literally from all over the world, bringing merchandise that it allows a customer to come in and you can escape and just take a chance, in spite of everything going on in the world right now, to just breathe and just look at all the pretty things and just imagine not only how beautiful these things would be in your home. I mean, it's like subtle luxury. Mm-hmm. But if you see it today, you can buy it today. You can put it in your house today.
That's right.
Amazon.
Well, the beautiful thing about what Black Lion was and Southern Lion is now, it's the way the displays, they're done with such expertise. Every single booth is like a piece of art. It reminds me of when I used to own a retail business and I would go to market.
Yes, go to market. Yes.
That inspiration you got and all the variety of things. And you're literally, you got your shopping buggy, you're going down each aisle, which, by the way, I love the layout. Talk about how you laid out the Southern Lion floor, because it's very cool.
So, it's interesting, Regina, as you brought up, is market. We are literally mini market. So if you can't go to High Point, you can't go to America's Mart in Atlanta, you can't go to to Dallas, you come here to Southern Lion. Most exhibits or marketplaces, it's a straight line. There's a straight aisle. You go up and down, up and down. Or something. Yes. Well, again, you're going to hear me bring up Bob Emery's name a lot. So Black Lion used to have these diagonals. And the joke really was, the diagonals are cut through across the aisles. That was really for husbands so they could escape the store. So if the husbands wanted to get out, you get to the diagonal, and you knew that would take you to one of the exits, right? So we decided to keep the diagonals. They are absolutely the most shopped spaces in the store. But the one difference that we decided we didn't want the husbands to escape. So in our store, we have a man cave. And in that man cave, we have 8 leather Barker loungers that recline and 4 big screen TVs playing nothing but sports. We don't want you going anywhere. So you just park your little hind parts back there in one of them Barker lounges and just lean back and let your girl just get on out there and just shop. Well, here's what we're finding out. There's some men, they like to shop too. So the women are back there in the Barker lounges asleep. And so we'll walk by.
Oh my God.
They're like, we're not watching the sports, but this Barker lounger, this here leather recliner is nice. And they'll recline that booger back. Next thing you know, I'm hoping they ain't got drool on my liner, on my Barker lounger, because they just back there asleep.
Hey, I have this vision you gradually taking over Carolina Place Mall, just inching your way out with more and more wonderful ideas.
Well, so something like that has happened. They love us. They Carolina Place Mall has been altogether lovely. And so they've asked us in a couple of their booths or a couple of their storefronts, as they're waiting to fill them with other retail stores, they've asked us to decorate them. And so we decorate them with our furniture. And so we have a wonderful relationship with the Carolina Place Mall. We know that we're the destination, and what's happening is folks are coming in and they're going out into the mall. And of course, we hear the stories about the malls are dying. The Carolina Place has loved us. Dillard's regional managers have already come in here to tell us thank you.
Thank you. Shake your hand. I bet. Especially going into fourth quarter with Christmas and all. Yeah.
Oh, yes. This is a big deal. We know this is where all the shopping happens. We know if we're going to make any money, it is the fourth quarter. So we have to tell our small business owners that all the time. Like, you all just hang in there. Just hang in there. It's the fourth quarter. You're going to see your money November, December. You got to get ready. October starts to ramp up, but it's November, December. And you bank that money to get through January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sonja, I am just tickled to death and so excited to have chatted with you. So tell our listeners one last time where you're located, how to find you, and a little bit about your opening of Metro Lion.
Yes. And so what we want you all to do is you're going to look for that big gold building. So Southern Lion, 11033 Carolina Place Parkway. We're in the Carolina Place Mall. You see this big, beautiful gold building right off of 485, big and yellow. It's got lions on all three sides. We are open every day. Southern Lion from 11 to 6, Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sunday. When Metro Lion opens on November the 1st, we will be open Metro Lion, antiques, collectibles, vintage, estate, once a month, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That'll open from 10 to 5 on Friday and Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday. We would love to have you all come check us out. It will be the most exciting, newest iconic shopping experience that you could have in the Carolinas. Come check us out, the Southern Lion and Metro Lion.
Woo! Listen to you. I love it. Well, I'm just super excited. I can't wait to meet you in person. I'm going to look you up because I'm sure.
You do. Please do.
All right. Thank you so much, Sonja.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsouthcharlotte.com. That's gnpsouthcharlotte.com or call 980-351-5719.